I'm J.R. Church. Welcome to today's analysis of the news. I have a couple of articles here concerning Israel. One is a statement by Mahmoud Abbas, who is the leader of the Palestinians in Ramallah. He said that Prime Minister Olmert has promised to give him, quote, nearly all of the West Bank and East Jerusalem neighborhoods. According to the Palestinian president, the talks he held recently with Syrian President Bashar Assad were sincere. He said, quote, Assad did not express his reservation over the things I presented him with in terms of the internal Palestinian issue. The problem there, of course, is between the Fatah and the Hamas. Mr. Abbas is head of the Fatah movement, and his headquarters is in Ramallah. He took over, when Yasser Arafat died. Well, the Hamas then subsequently won the election, at least a majority in the Palestinian parliament, and they have been at each other's heads and throats ever since. And of course, at this time, Egypt is trying to broker a deal between the Fatah and the Hamas. Don't know if it'll come out all right. So he went up to Syria to discuss this with Bashar Assad. Abbas denied reports that he had conveyed a message to the Syrian leader from U.S. President George W. Bush. So, what we told you yesterday, maybe it's just one of those rumors. I don't know. Here's one from WorldNet Daily. Hamas is tying their decisions to Obama win. Listen to this. This is by Aaron Klein out of Jerusalem. Quote, Hamas is postponing major policy decisions until after next month's U.S. presidential elections, believing the terror group will get better deals in the Palestinian arena if Senator Barack Obama is elected to office, a senior Palestinian official charged. Quote, Hamas is not serious in Palestinian dialogue with Fatah. He said they are postponing dialogue until the new American elections, hoping that Obama wins, said Azam al-Ahmad, the Palestinian parliament head for the Palestinian Authority, President Mahmoud Abbas's Fatah organization. Ahmad claimed that Hamas would use Obama's victory to argue the terror group stands to improve its position with the U.S. and in the international community and should therefore be offered a larger role in representing the Palestinian people. Ahmed Yosef, Hamas's chief political advisor in the Gaza Strip, said in an interview he believed Hamas would have, quote, better luck, end quote, engaging the U.S. during an Obama administration. He praised Obama's, quote, vision for a change, end quote, which he said would result in American foreign policy being, quote, far more fair and impartial regarding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Well, what this means is they're hoping for an Obama victory, and they think that Obama will change his position. America has historically been in favor of Israel and a staunch ally of Israel, willing to defend Israel in the face of the enemies surrounding her. However, an Obama victory would change the American policy toward the Palestinians and would get rid of our statements in favor of Israel. We would just, throw Israel away like an old shoe. Can you imagine such a thing? Here is, and by the way, these tell us that war is coming. There's no way they're going to be able to have a peace treaty, to be able to live in peace side by side. There's continual. The Palestinians themselves, between the Fatah and the Hamas, can't even get along, much less with Israel. Here's a really nice email. I get many every day, but I pick these out just to share them with you. This one comes from Joyce, who lives in Israel. She said, I watch your broadcast eagerly. She says, these are hard times for us, and I grieve so much over over so much evil that's being done and said. I hope one day to have JR's balanced temperament, which I do not. I'm not so sure my temperament is that balanced. Please let him know how many people tune in to hear him as he gives so much important information and history along with the prophetic understanding of these times. She says, please pray for me as I witness in a hostile land towards Jesus that he indeed is the Messiah. May God have mercy and pity on us all as the days get more precarious. She said, I don't want my life to be useless, nor do I want to die in vain. Please pray for God to give all the believers in Israel strength and encouragement as we watch the nations turning against us, including the U.S. Sad, isn't it? That in the United States, Israel can't count on us anymore. Our politicians are turning a blind eye toward Israel. We're turning our backs on the people who love the Lord, the chosen people themselves. You know what God said to Abraham? He said, I'll bless those who bless you, and I will curse those who curse you. So America, watch out. God's judgment may be just around the corner. Here's another nice email, and this one comes from Ron. He says, I want to thank you for your ministry, which I've been following. And then he has a question. He says, concerning the start of a sabbatical cycle. He says, the Jewish calendar year, the civil calendar year, begins on Tishri 1, Rosh Hashanah, and it began September 29, 2008. Why is it said that the sabbatical cycle starts at this time on the civil calendar when God, in Exodus 12:2, commanded the Israelites to begin their religious calendar on the first day of the month of Nisan in the spring? Could it be possible that the 70 weeks spoken of by Daniel in Daniel 9:24 started on Nisan 1, and Daniel's 70th week will start on Nisan 1 in the Jewish year 5769. That would be this coming March 26, 2009. And his question is, are we in the sabbatical year yet, or do we need to wait till next spring, the new moon of the first month, the new moon of March? I think it's March 26, 2009. Do we need to wait until then to begin the sabbatical cycle? Well, let me tell you that nobody really knows, okay? You could be right. It's possible. The idea of choosing September, the new moon of September being the 7th month, as the time when the calendar changes goes back to an ancient theory that God created the heavens and the earth in September. That Adam, and by the way, it's supposed to be Adam's birthday. Okay, it's the 6th day on which Adam was created, is celebrated in the autumn season, and who knows? Maybe the years come from the creation of Adam, or maybe they start in the springtime. We don't really know. But it is a good question, and who knows? It would be wonderful if we still had a few more months to get the gospel out. And by the way, we haven't been raptured, and I don't know why. I'm not here to tell you one way or the other. I'm not here to set a date. But it does seem kind of interesting to consider. Maybe it does start on the first day of the first month. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. This is J.R. Church. We'll see you again tomorrow afternoon at 3 or thereabouts with our analysis of the news.